Now, Fox is trying to constantly figure out, how do we outdo ourselves? Now, they love the Anthony Weiner story, and they've had a feast with it, but I don't blame them for that. I'd have done likewise. In fact, I have done likewise, and Weiner is so-called progressive. He is. No, he was a progressive in Congress. Let's be fair about that, right? Now, he's a Democrat. Democrats I don't have much of a love for, but he was fairly progressive at that, and I think it's outside the bounds of reason what he did, and I'm done with it, right? But now, of course, Fox News thinks, well, how do I get lower? And everybody's doing that, right? So I'm going to attack his wife, Huma Abedin. Now, in this case, it's Brooke Goldstein. She's on the program Red Eye. And even for them, this is pretty damn low. There's some snicker in the background, but she's not kidding. She's very serious about this, and she said it on other programs like Sean Hannity's before. Watch.
Why is Weiner so unattracted to Huma Abedin?
Oh, why?
What? Perhaps it's because she is connected with Islamists who want to kill us? Perhaps it's because her family members are part and parcel of the Muslim Brotherhood? I mean, I completely agree with Andy McCarthy that she poses one of the greatest national security threats to this administration. She has access to the most classified information because of her position with Clinton about the Muslim Brotherhood, which is its creed is to destroy America from within.
You just can't, just when you think they've gone as crazy as they can, they go to a different level of crazy I didn't know existed. That's one thing to say Huma Abedin shouldn't have stayed with Weiner, she shouldn't have done the press conference, and to criticize her for that, I understand. It's another thing to say that she's unattractive. It's a third thing to say she's unattractive because she's part of a global conspiracy of the Muslim Brotherhood that was formed to destroy the United States of America. They can't even keep the government in Egypt, let alone come and destroy the United States. And Huma Abedin, those charges against her are insane. They're not backed up by anybody. Don't trust me on that. Trust Andy Levy, who's actually on Fox News, came on the program to say Goldstein's assertions were, quote, absurd, and that she couldn't verify any of her claims. That's because they were made up in her lunatic mind. And I'm going to give the first ever credit here to a Red Eye panelist, because Paul Mercurio, who's a comedian, then came on and opposed Goldstein and said that Huma Abedin couldn't even figure out who her husband was sexting with behind her back, let alone having some kind of devious plot to overturn the United States government. A very fair point. One of the first good points ever made on Red Eye. But this Brooke Goldstein is a lunatic and should not be allowed anywhere on television. And they have her on, like I said, on Sean Hannity's program, this program, to spout that so that their audience can feast on the hatred. Yes, she's Muslim. Let's make fun of her. Let's blame it on her and say she's running this plot to, take over the U.S. government. That's for the absolute fringe of society. But that's exactly what the Fox News viewers are, apparently. That's why they keep having her back on.